To God be the glory. We thank God for allowing us to reach 2017. God is really good, and I also thank those who attended the New Year's Eve service last night. Truly, God is faithful. About 2 weeks ago, I noticed that there were 2 brand new attack helicopters flying over Zamboanga City. I don't know if some of you have observed that, but it's brand new and it's different from what we usually saw. And so I thought that this could be the first shipment of the gifts that China has promised. Kasi China was promising us that they would give us helicopters, gunships to fight against criminals and terrorists. And it seems that China is very serious in making friends with us. Kung napapansin po ninyo, they are very generous, unusually generous. They gave billions to the typhoon victims and billions to the construction of rehabilitation center in Cabanatuan, and they also promised billions of dollars for projects. That's why the administration is very bold in making projects, at isa sa mga projects na gusto nilang makitang matatapos within the next 6 years is a bridge connecting Iloilo City to Negros via Guimaras Island, and another bridge connecting Negros to Cebu. And so one of these days when we travel, we don't need the boats anymore. We can bring our cars, vehicles, and we can visit Panay Island, Cebu, and other places. But one thing I noticed about gifts like these helicopters is that sometimes they become a problem. Because although they give us these helicopters for free, but they do not give us spare parts. Kaya pag nasira yung spare parts ng helicopter, saan naman tayo kukuha to replace them? So sa kanila pa rin, negosyo lang gihapon. Bigay sila sa atin ng magandang helicopter, pagkatapos wala namang spare parts. And then, experts to maintain them, we don't have. So we will pay their experts. So sometimes these gifts become a problem in the long run. I remember Pagadian City Alliance Church was given a car. Hanggang ngayon, hindi nila nagagamit dahil walang spare parts at hindi gasolina ang ginagamit. Ewan ko, uling siguro ang ginagamit panggatong doon. Hanggang ngayon, hindi nagagamit. But when God gives a gift to us, He sees to it that He preserved that gift and it will arrive to us as intended recipients. Kindly open your Bibles to the book of Matthew, chapter 2, and we'll be reading verse 13 to 23. Matthew, chapter 2, 13 to 23. When they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Get up," he said. "Take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night, and left for Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod. And so was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet, "Out of Egypt I called my son." When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious, and he gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity who were 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted because they are no more. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, "Get up, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel, for those who are trying to take the child's life are dead." So he got up, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus was reigning in Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. Having been warned in a dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee, and he went and lived in a town called Nazareth. So was fulfilled what was said through the prophets, that he would be called a Nazarene. May God bless us upon the reading of His Word. Palakpakan po natin ang Panginoon. Hallelujah. Jesus is the greatest gift that God has given to us. But early on, God's enemies wanted to destroy this gift. But God preserves His gift so that this gift will reach those who are the intended recipients. And there are two things I want us to look at this passage. The first is that God's gift is irrevocable. When God promises something, He will see to it that that thing will reach you and me. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can destroy it. Nobody can take it for themselves what He has intended for us. Although sometimes we are quite envious, naiinggit tayo paminsan-minsan. Pag nakikita natin yung iba ay nakakatanggap ng mga biyaya, parang hindi tayo komportable. In fact, panahon ng Pasko, yung mga nagpe-prepare na mga packs, sometimes you get frustrated because you can never please everybody. Kahit mag-prepare ka ng 1,000, 1,500 pala yung gustong tumanggap. And then meron pang masamang ugali itong mga tao, pag nakatanggap sila, nagchichismis sila. Alam mo, binigyan ako ni pastor. Yung hindi nakatanggap, binigyan ka ni pastor, bakit ako hindi? Di galit na sila sa akin. And sometimes we feel bad when others receive gifts and we don't. But God's gift is intended for us, and nobody can take it away from us for as long as we are the recipient of that gift. Because God's gift is irrevocable. You know, Herod wanted to destroy Jesus in his infancy. But God was always one step ahead of His enemies. Iniisip pa lang ng mga kalaban ng Diyos, alam na ng Panginoon, and He sent an angel to warn Joseph and told Joseph, bring this child to Egypt. So hindi na nakita ni Herod. Although Herod ordered that all the children in Bethlehem and in its vicinity, aging 2 years old and below, must be killed so that Jesus would also die. But God preserved that gift so that Jesus would grow, mature, and eventually offer Himself as a sacrifice. Nobody takes His life away from Him. He offers His life voluntarily for you and for me. God will always see to it that what He has promised to you will come to you. Alam niyo kung minsan mga tao nangangako pero hindi naman natutupad. meron akong kinopyang story. Kinopya ko lang to. So don't blame me about this story. Okay naman yung nangungopya paminsan-minsan. Basta magsabi lang na nangopya. So ito'y kinopya ko lang na story. It's about a couple na talagang napakayaman, very rich couple. And they enjoyed the good things, the fine things in life. They traveled all over the world, but one problem, wala silang anak. So mayaman nga sila, they enjoyed their wealth, pero wala silang anak. So nung medyo tumatanda na, nag-usap silang dalawa, nagkasundo na kung mauna yung isang mamatay, yung maiwan should see to it that one half of the treasure, the wealth, ay isasama doon sa kabaong para talagang hati. Ang naunang namatay si Mrs. So doon sa interment, yung malapit ng ibaba yung coffin, the husband announced na nagkasundo kami ni Mrs. na kalahati talaga yung dadalhin niya. Kalahati yung may iwan sa akin. In front of all the people. And so he took a check, 150 million. Nilagay doon sa loob ng kabaong. Sa pangalan talaga ni Mrs. Ang tanong ko, paano ma-encash yun? Sana kung pay to cash, pwede pa, para tanggalin natin yung... sa pangalan talaga niya. You see, sometimes we promise. Pero ang totoo, hindi naman niya bibigyan si Mrs. Sa kanya naman talaga lahat. Kasi, sino mong mag-i-encash nung 150 million na cheque? But when God promises, He will see to it that the gift will reach us. And that's the reason why even thousands of years later, this gift is still available to us because God did not allow Herod to destroy the gift when Jesus was still a child. Even Moses experienced the preservation of God. Because Moses in the Old Testament also experienced some kind of an experience that Jesus experienced during His lifetime. Kung si Herod gusto niyang patayin si Jesus, si Pharaoh naman gusto niyang patayin yung mga anak ng Israel, because the Pharaoh during the time of Moses was a different Pharaoh during the time of Joseph. The Pharaoh during the time of Joseph was good to the Israelites. He was friendly to the Israelites. In fact, he made Joseph a prime minister of Egypt. But 400 years later, another Pharaoh came into the throne who did not know Joseph, and he did not like the Hebrews. Nung tiningnan niya na ang mga Hebrews are getting many, naging prosperous sila, sabi niya, hindi pwede. Kailangan i-control natin, birth control. Pero ibang klaseng birth control ang gusto ni Pharaoh. He ordered all his midwives na kapag ang isang Israelite woman ay manganganak, pupuntahan nila. At kapag ang lalabas ay lalaki, break the neck. O ibang klaseng birth control yon. Lahat ng lalaki papatayin. Pag babae, okay lang. But even before Pharaoh thought about it, God was already one step ahead of him. Because God gave extra strength to these mothers. Na kahit hindi pa nakarating yung midwives, nanganganak na sila. Sino sa inyo dito mga nanay na who were not assisted by midwives when you gave birth? Wala, no? Puro kayo assisted. Yung iba pa nga sa iyo, nakahiwa pa dito, baka para bago lumabas yung bata. But the Israelites, God gave them strength that even before the midwives arrived, they already gave birth, na itago na nila yung kanilang mga anak. And so, they were preserved because God will always preserve His gift. He will not allow it to be destroyed. And if God has something for you, brothers and sisters, do not worry. It will come to you. Huwag na natin pakialaman yung ibibigay ng Lord sa iba. Minsan kasi, masama yung loob natin dahil nakikita natin yung binibigay ng Lord sa iba. God has something for you this 2017, and it will come to you because His gift is irrevocable. The second thing I notice in this passage is that His gift is inclusive. Hindi lang irrevocable, but it's inclusive. Hindi ito exclusive. Because the first thing that I noticed in this passage was that the angel told Joseph to bring the baby to Egypt. Why Egypt? Ang daming lugar. Bakit specific Egypt? And it is outside the territory of Israel. And then I realized, as I look at the history and the prophecy in the Old Testament, that this was a very significant place. Because during the time of the Babylonian captivity, when the people of Israel were taken to Babylon in 3 waves, yung naiwan si Jeremiah, the poorest of the poor. And they were told not to rebel against the Babylonians, because the Babylonians were the instruments of God in disciplining them because they were disobedient. But the people who were left in Judah rebelled against Babylon, and when the Babylonians saw that they murdered their representative, the Babylonians were about to attack them. And the people in Judah, because of their fear, they moved to Egypt. They brought Jeremiah with them. Hindi na sila nakabalik. 400 years have gone by. Marami nang namatay sa kanila doon sa Egypt. They were forgotten by many people. But this time, God is sending Jesus to Egypt to remind them na kahit nakalimutan na sila ng mga tao, God has not forgotten them. Alam niyo, kung minsan, masama yung loob natin dahil we feel left out. Pag nagbubulong-bulungan yung mga kasama natin, maya-maya nawala. Yung pala pumunta sa Jollibee, hindi tayo kasama. Uy, masakit yung loob natin. We feel left out. But God's gift is inclusive. Hindi lang yung mga Hudyo na nasa Galilee, nasa Judea, nasa Persia, but even the Jews that were in Egypt, that were forgotten by so many people, God reminded them that Jesus was also for them. There are times we feel bad. Parang di naman ako naalaala. Birthday ko nung isang araw, wala talagang nag-greet sa akin. Kaya nag-post na lang ako sa Facebook, happy birthday to me. Tapos sabihin pa natin, birthday ko ngayon. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Because nobody remembers. And we feel bad. There was another couple, very rich. Wala rin silang anak. So ang kanilang ginawa, nag-adapt ng kanilang mga pamangkin. Kasi yung kanilang mga kapatid, maraming anak. So sige, sa amin na lang. Kami na magpaaral. Kami na magpalaki. Nung lumaki na, kapag-aral na, nakagraduate na, nakalimot na. So yung dalawang couple, nung matanda na, wala ng pera, umiiyak na lang. There are times we feel so bad because we are left out. But when God has given His gift, even those who are far away, those who are forgotten, are included because we are part of His family. Every time I hear Kamakop people, alam niyo kung minsan tayo sa Kamakop, makakarinig din tayo ng mga complaints. Pinabayaan na kami ng kamakop, hindi na kami inaasikaso, nasa bundok kami, we are serving God in remote places, hindi man lang nabayaran yung SSS namin. You know, you hear those things. So, every time I hear complaints like that, I tell a story. Although this story is, matagal ko na itong na-share sa karamihan sa inyo. But for the sake of those who were not here when I shared this story, just allow me. Pero yung nakarinig, pwedeng kayo na rin ang magkwento doon sa katabi ninyo. In 1990, I had the privilege of studying in Metro Manila. And there were 13 na estudyante. Ako lang ang galing sa Kamakop, sa Alliance. Yung ibang mga classmates ko galing sa ibang denominations. I will not tell you the denomination, baka mag-transfer kayo doon. Alliance lang tayo. Alliance lang. So ako lang mag-isa ang Alliance. And I noticed that their scholarships are a lot bigger than my scholarship. Kasi they can rent a good apartment near the school. Yung scholarship ko, I have to live 2 hours away sa Karuhatan, Valenzuela, Metro Manila. And I have to go to school in Scout Madrinian, Quezon City. Puno pa yung bus. And when I arrived doon sa aming school, I noticed merong 12 na sasakyan na nakapark. Yung ika-13 naglakad. Pawis na pawis. Okay, sa may dili masuko, anak. Sino ang hindi masaktan? Sila, malapit yung bahay, may kotse. Ikaw, 2 hours away yung apartment mo, bus. Tapos nung nakita ko pa yung papel nila, yung may butas-butas ba sa gilid, ignorante man ta sa una, computer paper pala yun. Wala man akong computer. Mabuti na lang pinahiram ako ni Dr. Joel Ortiz ng kanyang typewriter. Ang kaso lang, matigas yung typewriter. Akala nyo itong braso na ito, muscle na ito ay barbell typewriter, 3 taon. So, how would you feel? 13 students, puro naka-computer. Yung sa'yo, typewriter, kinanglan kapag ruler, kay Turabian man ang gamit sa pagpas. Pag nagkamali ka, okay yung computer kasi mag-adjust man siya ng sarili. So sometimes you ask the question, Lord, anak ba ko nimo? O kanirang mga tawahan na imong anak, ako anak sa gawas. But then, 2 months after the start of the school year, may tumawag sa akin. Pastor, nakita kita the other day naglalakad. Why are you here in Manila? I said, I'm studying. You're studying again? I said, yes. Pastor, are you free on Sundays? I said, yes. Kasi yung klase ko, Monday to Friday lang man. Sabi niya, could you speak to us on Sundays? I said, yes. Kasi sabi niya, 4 years na kami walang pastor. So, could you minister to us? So, I said, yes. Sabi niya, yung parsonage na malaki, walang tao yan. Pwede ka nang lumipat doon. Lumipat ako kaagad. Baka magbago pang isip. Lumipat kaagad. Ang laki ng parsonage. Ang laki ng parsonage. Di libre na yung pang-apartment ko. And then he told me, yung Toyota na nasa garahe, wala namang gumagamit niyan, Pastor. Gamitin mo. So the following day, 13 na ang nakahilera. Kotse doon. That you see, sometimes we feel bad that we are left out. But because of God's grace and His gift, it is inclusive, it includes you and me. If we are members of the family of God. And Jesus is the greatest gift that you and I can receive. And His gift is irrevocable and inclusive. To God be the glory.